House prices in UK are going down, especially to gold and to silver. You can hear that the house prices recovered since 2022 or 2020, but this is a pure lie. Why is this? Because the house prices must be compared also to other assets like gold or silver. They are showing you numbers just in British pound, but the British pound at the moment actually is collapsing to everything. The British pound has lost so much to gold, so much to silver, and so much to Swiss franc that you even can't imagine. Actually, if you are watching the British media, you will get to the dump of knowledge, to the dump of false informations made by actually dump people. Why is that? Look, this is price of gold. The price of gold is going up almost every year for for decades. However, they are not comparing the house prices in the United Kingdom to gold. As we can see on this chart now, in 2018, the price of gold was 3 times less than now. That means actually the gold is almost 300% more than that time. 300% of the price from 2018. That means if you kept your gold since 2018 and you had your gold for the price of the average house price during 2018, you would by now 150% or 200% more houses for the same amount of gold than in 2018. So that means it is actually a drop of house price in UK by 60, 70, 55, 60, 75%. If I'm explaining you this again, if you exchange your gold for the average house price in the United Kingdom 5 years ago, let's say, which was, let's say, £220,000 or £230,000, you would have only one house. However, if you kept this gold until today, you would have almost 3 houses. 3 houses. The house prices in UK are going down. They are showing you the prices actually in British pound, in their national currency, but that doesn't mean it is increasing. Within the gold or within the silver or other assets around the world. Moreover, the British government decided to hold private money of millions of people that they invested in the private equity. That means the British government actually is a little bit stealing, or maybe more than little bit stealing money from its holders. There is something like private pension in the United Kingdom where workers and not non-workers can invest their money until, let's say, the age of 55. However, the government decided that this money is not actually kind of yours money, so they tell you that you cannot withdraw your money anymore at the age of 55 without paying heavy commission and taxes. So you will have to wait another 2 years until 57 to keep this money. That means millions of Europeans that are living in the United Kingdom will have to wait another 2 years to withdraw the money. And the British government actually knows that what is happening now in the United Kingdom, that the United Kingdom is actually going down against many countries in Europe. For the sake of the humanity, I will show you now, let's say, the pure data, because people don't believe it. The pure data. I showed you just now the data compared house prices to gold. I just showed you on this chart. I'm not drawing this chart now. I will show you what is happening actually with the British pound to Swiss franc, and this is showing the real price of the house prices in UK and the UK economy that is actually falling behind its European neighbors for decades. Why is this happening? Well, this is happening because the UK used to be rich, now is getting poorer, because there is a competition. It's not the fault of the British people, maybe even this is not the fault of British government, this is just the fault of the modern world. Why? Because there is internet. The British companies, imperialists, cannot put their dirty hands everywhere, so they are not profiting from it, and they will never profit from it. They will never profit from it. Never, because there is internet, and internet, well, it is not free at the moment, as we know, because there are big monopolies that actually overtook internet. Internet is not free, however, it is kind of free. There is another thing. There's another thing. The routes, airplanes. The routes used to be owned by the British, but now it is not the case anymore. The water routes, the ships were actually governed by British and Americans, but this is not the case anymore, as there are airplanes. The airplanes are flying and flying and flying and flying everywhere from one country to another country. So they cannot keep on with this competition. Another thing, fast trains, fast internet, people can connect between each other without intermediary of the British government or British businesses. So that's why they are losing the grip. This is not the fault of the British people. This is not the fault of the British government that they are falling behind. Well, they are not falling behind, but the other countries are running very, very fast, and this is it. And people around the world, they have access to the knowledge that used to be actually booked for people who only could go to universities. Now knowledge is widespread around the internet, so people know that, for example, the British pound, if they people who has brains, there are people who really use their brains. So people who use their brains, they get to, let's say, ladies and gentlemen, to this chart, and they check what is better. Is the GBP better, British pound, or CHF, the Swiss franc? And they can check that in 1971, as we can see on this chart now, in 1971, 1 pound was actually astonishing 6.6 Swiss francs. Now look what happened in 50 years. In 50 years, British pound, boom, lost, ladies and gentlemen, to 1 franc per 1 pound. From 1.6 million francs, Swiss francs, per 1 million pound to 1 million pounds per 1 million francs. This is the real collapse of the British economy, and they will not get out of it. No way. I wish British people very luck. Maybe they will invent another revolution, economic revolution. I hope so. They will invent something so people will live better, but I don't think so. That will not happen. And even worse thing is the price of the pound, of the British pound to gold. As in 1971, 1 ounce of gold was just 15 pounds, 1.5. Now it is 2,100 pounds. Actually, a few weeks ago it was 2,200 pounds, 2,200 pounds per 1 ounce. That means the British pound, just in 50 years, in 5 decades, lost 150 times. And you know what is 150 times? 150 multiply 100%, it is 15,000% loss to gold. That's why house prices are not going up in the United Kingdom, and to protect the British economy, they are taking away the money of hundreds of thousands of Europeans that actually been promised to get out the money at the age of 55, but that is no more the case. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel for more real information, so you will be smarter than them.